Four friends are driving down a decaying forest road deep in the dead of night. Their single pair of headlights cuts through the thick fog, highlighting the incredibly heavy silence all around them. Inside the car, the tension is already mounting. Ankur grips the steering wheel, his overconfidence pushing them deeper into the unknown, while Rahul sits in the back, his nerves rapidly fraying with every mile they travel further from civilization. Suddenly, a violent metallic clunk echoes from under the hood. The engine dies instantly. They pull out their phones to call for help, only to find dead screens and zero network bars. Strip away a functioning engine and a cellular signal, and the illusion of safety vanishes entirely. In an instant, these four men are left stranded in pitch black, completely exposed to the elements and whatever is waiting in the dark. A flickering, dim light breaks silence. An old woman emerges from the tree line, holding a single candle, walking directly toward their disabled car. She doesn't offer them tools or directions to a mechanic. Instead, she directly targets their exact vulnerability, offering them the one thing an exhausted, frightened mind craves: immediate, safe shelter in her nearby mansion. Logic dictates locking the doors and waiting until sunrise, but the cold and fear override their common sense. Driven entirely by desperation, the group abandons the vehicle and follows the woman off the road. The most lethal traps rarely require physical force. They rely on the victim willingly stepping into the jaws, completely confusing a deadly predator for a savior. The moment the final friend crosses the threshold into the ruined entryway, the massive wooden doors slam shut on their own. The exit is gone. The hospitable old woman begins to convulse. Her skin tears open, peeling back to reveal blood-red eyes and elongated fangs. She transforms instantly into a Pichachini, a demonic, bloodthirsty entity. The desire for a warm bed evaporates into raw, adrenaline-fueled panic. The four friends scramble blindly into the rotting corridors of the massive house, scattering to survive. The dynamic in the room flips in a fraction of a second. They are no longer stranded travelers waiting out the night. They are prey, sealed inside a concrete box with an apex predator. The psychological terror hits immediately. The exact place they went to save their lives is a slaughterhouse designed to end them. What follows is a lethal game of hide and seek. The friends try to stay silent behind crumbling walls, listening to heavy, deliberate footsteps echo through the pitch-black hallways. The creature is fast and targeted. She zones in on the slowest runner, Samir, and lunges out from the shadows directly onto his back. The attack is incredibly brutal. Her claws tear through his chest before he can even formulate a scream for help, and she immediately begins consuming his blood on the floor. Just a few feet away, Ankur, Rahul, and Deep freeze behind a heavy wardrobe. They are completely paralyzed by fear, forced to remain totally silent as they listen to their friend die in the dark. Losing Samir shatters any remaining hope of a painless rescue. The threat is absolute, and walking out of this mansion alive is no longer a given for anyone. The silence doesn't last. The Pichachini catches their scent and violently smashes their wooden hiding place to splinters, cornering the final three. Deep's hand snaps to his throat, ripping the leather cord of his amulet free as the creature's claws graze the air. This amulet was consecrated at the Kamakya temple, carrying the weight of a centuries-old spiritual tradition. Deep hurls the metal directly at the creature. The moment the metal strikes her flesh, the entire mansion shakes. The creature bursts into agonizing flames, proving that deeply rooted faith, combined with quick thinking, can neutralize absolute evil. As the entity burns to ash, the supernatural grip on the house breaks. The heavy iron locks disengage, the doors swing open, and the first ray of morning sunlight breaches the dust. Ankur, Deep, and Rahul stumble out of the ruins, coated in blood, exhausted, and barely able to stand under the morning sun. They survived, but the psychological cost is devastating. Rahul collapses in the dirt, crying uncontrollably as the permanent reality sets in. Samir is never coming back. The forest road is quiet now, though one car remains behind. 3 men escaped a trap built on blind trust, saved only by the sudden, desperate weaponizing of their faith.